Like, terrible entry day. Why would you ever enter there? There's no reason to enter there. Okay, so yeah, today was a red day and a little frustrating because we have trading rules and we're supposed to follow them. So yeah, one of my rules is don't trade the first 15 minutes of the day because it's proven to be a poor venture for me. I did not trade the first 5 minutes. Okay, that's very true. I did not trade the first 5 minutes, but I did trade the first 15. Not only did I trade the first 15, but I saw a setup that I was looking for pre-market for support and resistance. Okay, started happening, and I'll show you that on the trade. It started happening, and I hesitated, and I missed the entire move. And instead of deciding to, you missed the move, it's okay, I thought I would try to capture some of the move. So essentially I rushed into a trade, which is really frustrating. That set the precedence for the day. I did have one good trade other than that, but I didn't make up for the extremely volatile move of the first 15 minutes. There's way less volume today. I've noticed, I was looking at the volume on the, there's nothing. There's no volume. That is definitely going to be something we take in consideration. How today the FOMC day went is going to be taken into consideration, that there's very low volume before the big decision. You know what? We did learn something, and that is what we have to remember, that we are in a learning phase and we're going to try things and we're going to fail at things, but we're going to try again and we're going to continue to learn. And that's the whole point of this. So yeah. My rule is to not trade the first 15 minutes. So if we broke this up 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and this would be 15. My entry was not this candle. I wanted it to be this candle, but because I hesitated, I saw this reject and I'm like, you should enter. I waited. And I entered somewhere around the middle of this candle, which is just the silliest thing ever. Let me just show you. So I, for some reason, entered like halfway through this bullish candle. Like, terrible entry day. Why would you ever enter there? There's no reason to enter there, right? First of all, it hit the level you thought it was going to bounce at, and then it started coming back up. Why would you short here? That makes no sense to short there, because we should have waited at least until we retested the 2-minute candle right here and then moved away from it before you should ever be shorting, right? I don't know why I entered that position. That was such a silly thing to do. Anyways, we went all the way up and stopped out there. My second trade of the day. So on the 5-minute, this green line is the 200-day moving average, right? We could not break above pre-market. We could not break above here. So I've seen that as a good time to enter a short. My stop loss was a shoulder body close, above this line. When I rejected off the 9, I entered a position here and actually rode all the way to TP, which was, the bottom of this base was my first TP. I actually was able to capture that whole move, which helped soften the blow from the first trade. And that is my trading day. As disciplined to myself, I have to work on 2 trades a day because it helps me not enter positions with rush, or when I miss a move, I'll be tempted or not tempted to enter the position because I missed the move and I should wait for another quality setup, which I didn't here. And that is why we are red today, was this first trade. So yeah, frustrating for sure. Rome wasn't built in a day, and that's just that. And we're gonna have to suck it up and come back at this tomorrow. Rate decision's gonna be at noon, so we'll see what happens after that. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully it wasn't too painful.